Hey everybody, welcome to episode number 112 of What's That Pepper series. Today, I have a very interesting ornamental variety to show you, and this is my StarrScream, sweet StarrScream chocolate color. Here's the pod. So let's go and take a look at the plant, and then we'll come back, cut this open, and take a look and try it out. Okay, here is my sweet StarrScream chocolate. It is a beautiful ornamental variety that produces a ton of peppers. And I show this in the latest update, but here is a closer look at the plant. It is in a very small container. And grown in these type of containers, you can just pick the plant up and just move it anywhere you want. These are not very hot. They give your tongue a little tingle, but that's pretty much it. They're more sweet than hot, but it's a nice variety. And every time I'm working in the garden, I'll pick a few of these here, rinse it off with the hose, and I'll just eat them as I work in the garden. And that's just they're just fun pepper to grow, mostly for ornamental purposes more than to eat. But you see, that's how they look. Very productive. And this is the plant that I got this from. So this plant was an overwinter StarrScream, and I picked one of the pod. I took the seeds out and I grew multiple peppers. See, the thing with peppers is when you collect seeds, don't just grow from that one pod. Pick different ones, because you may get different traits from doing that. So that is why growing peppers and selecting varieties and colors and stuff, it could be a challenge because it's a lot of work. You can't just grow from one pod. You gotta take multiple different ones. I think that's where people are not aware. So to get different variations, you have to pick different ones and grow them all out, and then pick the one that you like, and then continue to do that. And that's usually how you get the different colors, different shapes, different variations, and all that stuff. So this happened to be a sweet one and a chocolate, and I also have a spicy one that is also chocolate, but that one is a little bit different. It grows a little bigger. The pods are really hot. So let's go ahead and pick a few pods from here. You also have to be very careful when you pick this variety, because if you yank it, the whole branch come off, because the branches are very small, you see, and it stick to a stem that is almost larger than the branch itself. So if you just yank it, the whole branch will come off. So you have to kind of like there's a way to kind of pull it off. Scissors are best, but you can still pull it off if you twist it or pop it at the right angle. But here are the pods. Let's go inside and try them out. Okay, here is a closer look at these beautiful tiny peppers. So let's cut it open and see what it looks like inside. These are sweet, so I'm not wearing any gloves. Try not to make those noises that people don't like. Again, I need to get a cutting board. That's good for the camera. So here it is. It is a pretty thin pepper variety. Decent sized wall. Not too many seeds, which is a good thing, because too much seeds are not usually that great. I don't like the seeds because they don't have a good texture when you eat them. So the inside is also nice and a chocolate color. So let's give this a smell. It actually smells like a Thai pepper. Kind of earthy. But there's no heat in there. So let's try this out. Okay, here it is, the sweet StarrScream chocolate. So this is a cross between a chocolate linzo and the white Thai. So the chocolate linzo is a very spicy but sweet variety, and the white Thai is just kind of like has a regular Thai uh, texture and taste, but it's very crunchy and a thicker wall, and it does have a little bit of uh, a fruitiness to it. So that it's a great variety. I love the crunch and the looks of it, and that's how these became. So I grew it out, the F1, and then the F1 is red, and I took a few of the pods and I grew them, and I got the red, and I got the chocolate, and then I got the sweet chocolate. So it's a strange, I'm not sure how it came out, without any heat, because both parents are pretty hot. Okay, so here's the one that we cut. These are pretty small pods, but they produce a ton. It smells like it does have some heat, but I've eaten so many of these, there's no heat in it. Has like a little earthy tone. A pepper, like a Thai pepper smell, but not very strong. Yeah, just not very strong smell. So let's try it out. Very sweet. There's a little tingle. Excellent flavor. I really like it because it tastes like an ahi pepper without any heat in it. Mostly sweet, and then you get a little heat, like very little. It's like like those times where you eat a jalapeno and there's no heat at all in it. It's kind of like that. It's actually really good. No bitterness, even with the seed. Nice and sweet. And then a little tingle, and then you kind of get like a slight heat, but it's not enough to even make you feel like, oh man, there's heat in there. So a little bit tingle. Wow. This is really good. So this is why I always eat these when I work in the garden. Really good flavor. Kind of reminds me of also the Biquinho, but Biquinho has heat in it. But the Biquinho also has more liquid because of the thicker wall. I think these would be really good to pickle. Yeah, definitely gonna be good to just pickle them because, pickle these, and then maybe if you want some heat, just drop half of a super hot in there and you're all set. But these are great as ornamental. As you can see, they just produce so much. They grow towards the sky, not so much in a cluster like the white Thai, but they're like right next to each other. A whole bunch of them just point everywhere, and they go from green to sort of like a lighter color, and then to a chocolate, and then once they fully ripen to the point they kind of get wrinkled, then they show a reddish tone to it. So I think you may see that on the plant when I showed it. But yeah, it's a great variety to grow as ornamental purposes. It produces so much, even for that small plant. Imagine if you grow it in a big 15 gallons. You're gonna get a ton of peppers. And just overall great tasting peppers, no bitterness taste to it. I think it also looks very pretty. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave it below, and thank you so much for watching. I do have a few more coming up, so stay tuned for some of the other ones I will be picking.